The Stockholm Conference on Human Environment in 1972 was the first major international conference focusing on environmental issues. This landmark event led to the creation of the United Nations Environment Programme, or UNEP.
The Montreal Protocol of 1987 aimed to protect the ozone layer by phasing out the production of substances responsible for ozone depletion. This agreement has resulted in a significant reduction in the use of chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, and other ozone-depleting substances.
The Conference of Parties, or COPs, are annual meetings held to assess progress in dealing with climate change under the UNFCCC. These meetings have led to significant agreements, including the Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Agreement. The Basel Convention, established in 1989 and coming into effect in 1992, aims to control the transboundary movements of hazardous wastes and their disposal. This convention works to reduce hazardous waste movements and ensure their environmentally sound management. Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, established in 1971. The purpose of this convention was the conservation and wise use of wetlands through local, national and international cooperation. The outcome? Well, it led to the designation of wetlands of international importance.
Earth Summit at Rio de Janeiro, held in 1992. This summit aimed to address global environmental issues and promote sustainable development. The outcomes were significant: the Rio Declaration, Agenda 21, and the establishment of the Convention on Biological Diversity, or CBD, and the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, known as the UNFCCC.
Agenda 21. This was a comprehensive plan of action designed to build a global partnership for sustainable development. The outcome? It provided guidelines for sustainable development practices that nations could follow to ensure a better future for all.
Global Environmental Facility, or GEF. Its purpose is to act as a financial mechanism that supports projects and programs related to biodiversity, climate change, international waters, land degradation, the ozone layer, and persistent organic pollutants. The outcome? Well, it's about providing funding for environmental projects in developing countries.
Convention on Biological Diversity, established in 1992. The purpose of this convention is the conservation of biological diversity, the sustainable use of its components, and the fair sharing of benefits arising from genetic resources. The outcome is a legal framework for biodiversity conservation. The UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. Its purpose is to address climate change and its impacts. The outcome of this convention is a framework for international negotiations on climate change.
Kyoto Protocol, 1997. The primary purpose of this landmark agreement was to establish legally binding targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The outcome? Well, it led to the implementation of emission reduction targets specifically for industrialized countries.
Clean Development Mechanism, or CDM. The purpose behind this mechanism is to allow emission reduction projects in developing countries to earn certified emission reduction credits. Ultimately, it supports sustainable development and contributes to emission reduction efforts. Earth Summit at Johannesburg, 2002. This summit aimed to review the progress made since the 1992 Earth Summit and to reinvigorate the global commitment to sustainable development. The outcome was the adoption of the Johannesburg Declaration and the plan of implementation. RIO Plus 20, held in 2012, aimed to renew political commitment to sustainable development. The outcome was a significant document titled The Future We Want. The UN Summit on Millennium Development Goals in 2000 set global development goals to reduce poverty and improve health and education. This summit resulted in the establishment of 8 Millennium Development Goals to be achieved by 2015. Copenhagen Summit, 2009. The purpose of this summit was to strengthen the international climate change response post-Kyoto Protocol. The outcome was the Copenhagen Accord, which recognized the need to limit the global temperature increase to below 2 degrees Celsius. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC. The primary purpose of the IPCC is to provide scientific assessments on climate change. The outcome has been its influential reports, which have played a crucial role in informing climate policy and negotiations worldwide.
United Nations Environment Programme, often referred to as UNEP. The purpose of UNEP is to coordinate the UN's environmental activities and assist developing countries in implementing environmentally sound policies. The outcome is the promotion of sustainable development through various environmental projects and initiatives.
International Geosphere-Biosphere Program, or IGBP. The purpose of this program was to study the global changes occurring in the Earth's system. The outcome has been an enhanced understanding of global change and its implications for both the Earth and human societies.